Have you ever heard the phrase, well, we're going to have to agree to disagree? No, it's a good phrase, provided you've had the actual conversation. You see, a lot of people use that expression because they don't really want to finish the conversation. It's often said when they go, I can't be bothered to have the conversation now, or I don't want to listen to you, so we're going to have to agree to disagree. We should never be afraid to let someone have a conversation with us, even if what they're saying just we don't agree with. We should at least listen to it, because if we ever wanted to change their mind, or indeed they wanted to change our mind, we can't do it if we don't have a conversation. Yes, sometimes people spout absolute rubbish, but cutting them off doesn't help. So when we say we're going to have to agree to disagree, at least have had the conversation previously. The reason this particular point came up in my head is because I've recently been watching one of those reality TV shows, the one that happens once a year where they send people into the jungle. You're probably familiar with it. I rather like that program because we see human behavior that I can use as examples that when I'm running courses on handling difficult conversations, or even sometimes on leadership. They're examples, real examples, even though it's slightly elevated by the situation being unreal. But in this particular one, recently, one of the participants had taken issue with something another person said. But when they challenged them on it and said, I don't like what you said, when the other person tried to explain, they wouldn't no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We're going to have to agree to disagree. Have the conversation. I think sometimes we're worried that if we have the conversation, the other person will get the better of us. Maybe they're a better orator. Maybe they've thought it through. It's okay. You can finish that conversation by saying, okay, thank you for that. I'm just going to have to reflect on it. But to dismiss the conversation entirely does not help our case. So if ever you're going to use the phrase, let's agree to disagree, or we're going to have to agree to disagree, let it be after you've actually had the conversation, because there's no harm in talking about things.